Welcome back for the second time today. And I started reading through the patch notes for the Tigers of Burma update, and there's this one little thing, just this one little line, and it is the best. It is the quite possibly my favorite update that they have ever added to this game. Like, let's fucking go! Alright, so what am I talking about? Because, Drew's excited. Why is Drew excited? All right, so you start off okay, the normal stuff. We all know that these are coming. We've got the Hyde 1944, the T-24, the Thompson, all the new premium squads, right? Whatever. They're gonna be cool. Don't get me wrong, but everything here pales compared to this. Added an additional soldier slot to most premium and event assaulter, engineer, machine gunner, and flame trooper squads, which can be filled with an engineer or an AT gunner. It's the best. Now, don't get me wrong. I wish it was coming to rifleman squads. I wish it was coming to radio squads. I wish everybody could enjoy this. But I need to get into the server and actually see what it looks like, because a lot of them already have an engineer. So if they're adding a slot, that means another soldier, and it means you can either double up engineers, which if you can double up engineers, then you can order him to build like a rally point and you can run off and do other things. Or you can both build it at the same time and you can build it faster. Or you can just take an AT gunner and you can run around with Panzerfaust or Panzerschrecks or bazookas or whatever. But that's huge. One of the long time like best event squads in the game. Um, I don't have it because it was like right when I was like first getting into the game, and like I was on and off back then. But one of the very very best squads are those German like bushwookie guys. They got like branches and shit on them, and they've got like suppressed MP40s. And the reason why they're so good is because they have an engineer and they have an AT soldier in the squad. And if most of these event squads are gaining this option, like look at the Soviet event squad from like last New Year's, the Christmas tree looking guys. They already have an engineer. They already have four assaulters. This bumps them up to six guys if what I'm reading is actually the way I'm interpreting it. And that guy can be an AT soldier. That's huge. I'll actually start having a use for my event squads. I can actually start running them. They're going to be awesome because there's so many of them that have unique guns and unique appearances, and now they're actually going to have a proper functional spot where they'll fit into my lineup. This is like easily my favorite change that they've made since they made unified tech trees. Like unified tech trees, number one best idea ever. This is number two. I love it. It's amazing. So moving on from there, because we should at least look at everything else in here, even though that's the highlight. But they fixed the inaccuracies in the reload of the Thompson weapon family, so they should reload a little bit faster. They fixed a bug related to equipment presets, so now prioritizes the most upgraded weapon. They adjusted the magnification of the ZF4 scope for the Sniper Gewehr 43. They fixed a bug where the radio operator and premium engineer squad with the Winchester G30R for USA couldn't call in airstrikes and rocket artillery. They adjusted the drum capacity of the PPD 3438 to the accurate 73 rounds. AA soldiers now run away to a safe distance from mined strategic objectives or objects. That's really interesting. That's another big one. So I'm curious what is considered a strategic object. I assume that what this means is like rally points. Like the idea is that they're going to try to spread out. I wonder what their detection range is on it. And I wonder if this has an interaction with them, just like if you're just walking along and there's a mine on the ground, I wonder if they'll just step on it or if it has to be near something that matters. Because my interpretation of this is if there's a mined spawn beacon, they'll try to avoid it. Which, to be fair, if they're spawning on it, that means fuck all, but if they're running by or if they don't get taken out in the initial blast, that might matter for them. They replaced the German gas mask with the American M5 gas mask for the captured Offenrohr. They've added several types of quilted pants for the USSR. They fixed the color mismatch between quilted jackets and pants for the USSR. They corrected the size of the ushankas. Now, we can't have oversized ushankas or undersized ushankas. They must be perfect. And now they will be. They reduced the magazine capacity of all 1911s from 8 to 7. They increased the rate of fire of the MP18. They removed the sprint speed penalty of the PP Spitalny, and they added a third soldier slot to riders. I talked about that a little bit earlier. That looks like it'll be pretty cool. I want to get in and look at what specific classes can go there. In the picture, it looked like an AT soldier, but it might just be another rider. Let's see, added an additional upgrade option to add a medic to rider squad. So that'll be useful. So now not only will you be able to ride around with a movable ammo box, but you'll also be able to throw down a med kit box when you get off, which will be great. So your teammates can top up on med kits and whatnot. Moving on from there, vehicles. We have all of the new research and premium vehicles. They implemented, and this one's actually really big as well, they implemented a separate bomb drop and rocket launch for aircraft. So that'll be really nice. Anything that allows you more control over your ordnance is always a good thing. At least if you're the strike pilot. I mean, if you're the guy on the ground, I guess you'd probably prefer that it all comes down at once so it can't take out all your teammates, but They added the ammo boxes to motorcycles, they improved the handling of motorcycles, they reworked the AP rounds for multiple aircraft, so I'm curious which aircraft and how that'll work out, but time will tell. I feel like most of us probably won't notice, but you never know. Maybe planes will suddenly start popping tanks with machine gun fire, or cannon fire for that matter. They fixed the position of decorators that were obstructing the view on the Panzer IV-E. They fixed a bug where tanks wouldn't render the gunner sight on the Chiha and the Chiha shotgun. Fixed a bug with the T-34 1941. Added a new mechanic for refilling ammo from motorcycles. That's interesting. So I'm curious if this is just referring to the ammo box that they added, or if this is like for vehicles. Because if you can resupply vehicles off of the motorcycles, that would actually be really cool. They fixed the incorrect display of certain decorators, locations. They added Burma, added missions to Burma, weather for Burma, or water rather. Additional forwards to Silo Heights, and just a bunch of other stuff, and UI improvements. So the really big one is the additional soldier. I really do want to get in and look and see how that works, and the obviously the ammo boxes and the separate bomb and drop and all that. So lots of new and exciting things. It looks like we're going to end off the year on a high note. They look like good changes. I know some things recently have been a little bit shaky, but all of this looks really good. So hopefully they keep up with it. I think they're doing a great job with this update, and it looks like it's going to be a really exciting update. So, as per usual, get out there, kick ass, take names, and win your games.